All right, both teams are okay in the Grand Arena, and I don't know. There's going to be some sort of intro that comes up about no Grand Arena pretty soon. You guys have never seen this one, right? Oh baby, it's the Grand Arena.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. We got Tymilla, CMG, and Shifty ZX on Ariana Grande, and on S.Q.U.A.D we got Nesper, Pugman, and Pink Rangers. These guys definitely have played together before. Let's just leave it at that.
Yeah, definitely. Woo, I'm excited, man. Here we go.
Here we go, dude. God Comp versus Roguelock Druid. Can this God Comp set up fast enough? Already freezing Nesper out of the room already. Great job by Tymilla getting him out of stealth. He gets the re-stealth and he opens up on the CMG. Full blind on his Shifty X already, and CMG is in a DR kidney. Not taking too much damage because this is just adrenaline route. There's the full poly on the Pugman. And a DR poly out of that. I really like that cross CC coming out of Tymilla. It's exactly what he needs to do. But there's the sap on the Shifty ZX, and it's just falling off now. And CMG looks like he's completely fine right now.
Yeah, I had to reload my add-on there for a second, but we're going to get back into the game. The Cyclone is going to go out to Nesper there, just trying to CC his red buff. As we said in the past, that it is important fighting a combat rogue, especially as RLD, to CC that red buff. It's really, really important. Pink Ranger's starting to take a little bit of damage, and it looks like the Spark Skin and the Trinket is going to have to come out of Pink Rangers. That's pretty early. We're barely in a minute into this matchup, and he already lost his Trinket, and that is one of the most important cooldowns there. It is the Trinket because it's on a 2-minute cooldown. And so Pugman is going to be popping the Dark Soul there, just trying to get out as many dots, as many haunts as possible. And it looks like he's doing pretty well so far. Shifty's is doing a really good job as well in dispelling a lot of those dots. Shifty's trying to get a Cyclone out. He got it onto Nesper again, just trying to CC that red buff. Pugman being put into that polymorph, but it is going to be dispelled by Pink Rangers there, which is going to be pretty good. It's going to be able to keep Pugman into the game, being aggressive and being able to get as many dots out as possible.
Yeah, so Orb was used there, so that was solid. CMG in another stun here, but Shifty ZX is doing such a phenomenal job, making sure CMG is just offensive 24/7. Deep freeze, and oh, there's a Cyclone coming out of Pugman. Pugman gets out of it, so the cross CC coming out of this God Comp is so good, man. They're really controlling the whole flow of the game, but can they make a setup on these guys? There's a Fear and a Nesper, and Pugman looks like he's taking a little bit of damage, but nothing too significant yet. But this is Barkskin coming out of Pink Rangers, as he was horrified. They were trying to set up on him, but he's looking to go in Bearflank quite often here, and both teams just really preventing the setup, you know what I mean? Really just getting away from, there's the full poly on the Nesper, exactly what I'm saying. Tymilla just doing a really good job. If he's not going to be doing a crazy amount of damage, he's going to be making sure S.Q.U.A.D doesn't as well. So Pink Rangers already looking to go to the late game, looking for that drink already. I think I love that. But this is Killing Spree on a CMG. He's taking so much damage. That was Iron Bark Force, and I love how Pink Rangers is looking for the times to get drinks like that when like his team has so much offensive pressure. It's so smart. But CMG looks like he's going to be okay for now. He's looking to push in and try to get that Fear in the Pink Ranger. He does land it, and this is the horrifying the Pink Ranger. Pink Ranger is out in the middle of the map now, but he's in bear form. This is Orb. This is everything. He displaces, gets out of there, and there's the blind on Tymilla, just preventing that setup damage on the Pink Ranger. And like this RLD is just making sure this God Comp never sets up on his Dresser Druid.
Yeah, the gouge is going to come out from onto Tymilla there. He is going to try to get a polymorph, but it is going to be locked out. Luckily, a lot of the team squad here, they have a lot of shutdowns coming, especially from Nesper and Pugman. But Nesper is going to be put into that full sheep there, but Pink Rangers is going to be able to dispel that off. He's going to dispel it a little bit late, and he's just going to get re-sheeped. So that's one of the unfortunate things about sheep and dispel is sheep 100% beats dispel. If you get a sheep onto somebody and it gets dispelled, you can instantly just get another sheep on them, and the dispel is on an 8-second cooldown. So it's pretty unfortunate for the person who dispels that. But Nesper here just getting cycloned to the max there, and being put into those roots to try to stop him from being able to get that red buff. CMG, it looks like Pugman is going to try to get his pet out, and it looks like he is going to be successful in doing so. And it looks like they're just kind of trying to wait for a nice window to get a really good some cooldowns out.
Yeah, Fear goes out into Nesper and he gets horrified out of it. Is he going to be the kill target here? The Deep Freeze on the Pink Ranger and a bash, and the Trinket is forced out of Nesper. Wow, he really just wanted to prevent that setup as best he can. CMG now still the kill target for this RLD, but he's like Shifty. Like I say, I can't say it enough. His positioning is great, and he's just making sure CMG is just topped and in a good position all game long. He's spamming those rejuves, and I love it. CMG's starting to take a little bit of damage here now, and Shifty really just making sure he's in a good position. But there's the kidney shot on the CMG. Is it going to be forcing anything? Cheap shot goes on to Shifty, and so far there's the Nature Swiftness on the CMG, but the polymorphs that are going out from this Timilla is just so good. It's just stopping the momentum from this RLD completely. CMG taking quite a bit of damage here, but I mean just consistently offensive. There's the Fear on the Shifty X. Doesn't look like anything. There's the double Fear in the DPS. Pink Ranger in a deep freeze. Look like Nesper's going to be the kill target as he gets horrified. He has no trinket. There's the full bash. He's at 50% health here. The Devouring Plague comes out. Pink Rangers is still in a polymorph. Looks like he's going to be okay. Pink Rangers comes out. Swiftman's right away. Nesper uses the Hellstone. He's going to go ahead and stabilize.
Man, that was a really good setup there. Pugman was fortunately enough able to get a double howl there on the DPS, so that was really good. Nestor being cloned up here at 50% health. Pink Rangers getting put into that full cyclone there. He still has a trinket, but he knows that Nesper still has a Cloak of Shadows, and Nesper is going to go ahead and pop that Cloak of Shadows. Pink Rangers going to be put up into another cyclone here. Fear coming out from Pugman off the Shifty X there. Pink Rangers going to be put in that full silence. Nesper could be in trouble here, but Pink Rangers still doesn't have that trinket, so I don't know if they're going to have much more CC for Pink Rangers. I spoke a little bit too soon. The Deep is going to go out into a full polymorph, and the trinket is going to have to come out. Pink Rangers knows that is just too much CC, and the Iron Bark is going to be put onto Nesper there, just taking a little bit too much damage for Pink Rangers' safety, or for his safety rather. Shifty X is going to be putting Nesper into a full cyclone there. Really good cyclone. Pugman is going to be a full poly there into another cyclone on Nesper. They're just doing a really good job in utilizing their CC correctly, and just swapping it onto the DPS and onto the healer.
Yeah, look at CMG's position. He sees the full blind goes out into Shifty, and he really wants to force Nesper to overextend if he wants it. There's the full shot in the Shifty, and CMG is now in a kidney shot. He could be taking some damage right here, but so far, looks so good. The double howl goes out into Shifty and the Timilla. Really good cross CC coming out from Pugman. CMG now in a fear, but he does have Iron Bark. He looks like he's going to be okay for now, but now Nesper, he's in an orb, he's in a Horrify. Pink Rangers is in a full sheep. Nesper bashed out of that, and the DR sheep comes out into Pink Rangers. Can they land the kill? The cloak comes out one more time, and Pink Rangers is put into a full fear. Cloak just fell down. He's at 50% health here. Triple DR and a double DR. Cyclone goes out into Pink Rangers. They're really trying to land the kill on Nesper, but Nesper's around the pillar, just line of sighting, really just using his mobility to get away from this God comp.
Yeah, and it looks like that mobility is going to be enough for Pink Rangers to top him back up. But the silence is going to come out into Pink Rangers there in the full clone, but the double howl is going to come out from Pugman. A lot of overlaps there, which is I'm not exactly sure. I think if they would have utilized that better, I think it would have been really good for Nesper. But Pugman is going to be put in that full clone, and Pink Rangers is going to be put in that full ring. The disarm is going to come out onto Nesper here. It looks like the halo is going to come out from CMG. A lot of damage here. The root is going to go on Nesper. He could be in trouble here. He's at 10%, 11%, 6%. Could he just go down here? Pink Rangers is in a cyclone. Nesper is just living barely. The NS is going to come out from Pink Rangers, and he is going to be able to get a lot of health onto him, but Nesper still sitting at 30%. The full poly is going to come out to Pugman, but it is going to be dispelled. The triple fear is going to come out from CNG. Really good fear into a full polymorph onto Pink Rangers. He has his trinket in 5 seconds. Nesper being put in that full bash at 40%. He's going to be able to trinket this pretty soon. A full deep going on to Pink Rangers. Cloak is going to come out from Nesper. Full silence onto Pink Rangers here. The Cyclone is going to come out onto Nesper there, into a full kidney onto CMG right there, trying to be aggressive and trying to bring a lot of that damage onto Ariana Grande.
Nesper could go down right here. He's got Iron Bark, but is it enough? He's at 9% health here. Pink Rangers is just trying to pick him up as best he can. Nature Swiftness isn't available to him just yet, and Nesper does get that Vanish off, and so he's going to be okay for now. He's going to stabilize, but what the hell? That God Comp was relentless. They would not let up their momentum, and that's exactly what they need to do. They want Nesper dead. There's the Shadow Step in Kidney. There's the bomb. CMG could be in trouble right now, and Pink Rangers is in a full poly, so it could go either way. Pink Rangers is going to come out of that, and Nesper is at full health, so looks like both teams are going to stabilize for now, but holy crap. Triple fear comes out from CMG. Nesper is in a full bash here at 60% health here. Pink Ranger into a deep freeze. He's inhuman. He could get polyed out of it, but the evasion comes out, but it's not going to do much against a God Comp. 33% health on the Nesper. This is Orb, Devouring Plague, and another Cloak comes back. These Cloaks are just freaking endless, man. I feel like they come back in the nick of time every single time. Nesper's still at 40% health here, and Pink Rangers is just trying to get in the line of sight of his rogue here, and Nesper is just playing as defensive as possible. Mind you, we're at 23% dampening, guys, and this is getting so hard for these Resto Druids to heal through. CMG is now in a kidney shot. He's taking a little bit of damage here, but Shifty doing a great job being offensive, being in their face when he needs to be. Full poly goes out onto Pink Rangers, and it looks like the damage is going to be going out into Nesper once again. Another Vanish comes out for Nesper. He's at 90% healthier, but CMG could go down. He's at 30% healthier. This is the Iron Bark and a bash onto Shifty ZX. CMG might just go down here, or maybe just use the Spurs. Who knows? This is Iron Bark though, so it looks like he's going to stabilize for now, as Tymilia's doing a great job cross-CCing this Rogue Lock Druid off of his Shadow Priest, but at the same time, the damage is going back out. Pink Rangers is in a deep freeze into a full ring, and there's a full Cyclone on the Nesper. He ends up trinketing it, and this is Killing Spree on the CMG. He could just go down. He's at 35% healthier. Is he going to have to use Disperse? 17% healthier. He fears he gets Nesper off of him, but the Disperse is forced anyway. But Pugman now, 36% health.
Yeah, Pugman getting really low. The silence coming out of Pugman there, but also the Dark Region is going to come out from Pugman, and that is going to get cloned up. Nesper being put in that full poly, that's going to be a really good clone for Team Ariana Grande to get the setup that they need. The Deep is going to go out. Hopefully, Tymilia is going to be able to get the sheep onto them, but it doesn't look like the double howl is going to come out. Pugman still sitting really low here, 40%. Are they going to be able to follow up any CC onto Pink Rangers? We're 30% into the dampening now, and Ariana Grande is actually dominating in RLD, which is really interesting, especially this far into dampening, just shutting down Pugman and shutting down a lot of the fears of the dots he's getting out. Pugman still sitting really low here. Pink Rangers is going to have to do something, and Nesper is going to have to do something as well, but it doesn't look like he's going to be able to. The Cyclone is going to go on to Nesper, and the Bash is going to come out of Pugman, but the Trinket is going to come out. The triple howl is going to come out from Pugman. They're really good howl to peel from his team. Full Kidney going on to CMG here. Could he possibly go down here? Shifty in a full Bash. Shifty does not have a Trinket to trinket any CC for to top CMG back up, so he has to play defensive here, or else they're going to be able to get a kill onto CMG. Pugman going to be put in that full silence, and the Killing Spree is going to come out on the CMG. CMG's getting pretty low here, 13%. Could he go down here? Pugman's still sitting pretty low as well. The Trinket coming out from Pink Rangers. The double howl coming out from Pugman there onto CMG and to Shifties, but CMG is going to be able to come out of that. And the triple fear coming out of CMG. This could be it. Pugman is getting really low. Pink Rangers does not have a Trinket. Are they going to be able to follow up some CC onto Pink Rangers? Pugman just trying to do the best he can. Garo coming out of CMG and a cheap shot. The bomb coming out into a kidney onto CMG. He could be in trouble here. He could possibly just go down, but Shifties looks like he's going to be able to top back up. 26%. Pugman is dipping pretty low here. The full bash onto Pugman, polymorph onto Pink Rangers. Everybody's just CC'd, man. Pugman, the Dark Soul is going to have to come out. Pink Rangers, the Cyclone is going to get cycloned up. Pugman sitting really low. Are they going to be able to get the kill that they need? Are they going to be able to get a Cyclone off? But it doesn't look like it. Shifty's going to be interrupted. Is CMG going to be put in that full kidney? I think this is going to be it for Ariana Grande, man. Pugman's still sitting pretty low as well. They're both sitting really low, and it looks like Squad is going to get the kill, and Ariana Grande is going to be able to top back up. Man, Pugman was at 9%
kidding me?
there.
Are you serious? We're in 41% dampening, man. I saw Nature Swiftness coming out from these Resto Druids, and their health wasn't going up even like 10% healthier. What the hell? Holy crap.
That was one of the most intense matches that we've had for all of the tournaments that we've had. That was absolutely crazy. One of the biggest matchups. I know there's a lot of people out there that want to see this RLD be beat, but man, Pugman was just an absolute live lord there.
Oh my gosh, dude. Both Pugman, Pink Rangers, and Nesper all were a kill target from this God Comp, and they were looking for the kills, man. They wanted the kills, but this God Comp made sure to make... They're in good positioning, you know. They're really preventing as much damage as possible when they land their setups, and they brought it into dampening, and that's really where they shine. They just fell behind from the consistent pressure from this Rogue Lock Druid team, but I'm going to go ahead and ask this God Comp what map they want to play on next.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Holy crow, dude. That was absolutely incredible. 40% dampening and both DPS at like 5% health here.
Once CMG got put in that full kitty, man, I just knew instantly right there that the win is probably going to go onto Squad. But man, this God Comp is doing an amazing job getting the cross CC and really just shutting down Pugman to refuse some of those dots that are coming out. I mean, they got pretty deep into dampening, and Team Ariana Grande was just doing a really good job in keeping their team back up and putting a lot of the pressure out. It was actually kind of weird to see a God Comp do that well.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, this God Comp definitely has a lot of work to do when facing an RLD. RLDs are really hard to beat, but, you know, Nesper's team's doing a great job really keeping the game alive and keep bringing it to that late game. I'm just asking the Ariana Grande what map they want next. It is loser's pick, and it looks like oh, it's gonna be a different map. Ooh. It actually is gonna be a different map for once. That's good.
Man, but I'm pretty sure everybody wanted the Grande Arena. Let's just be honest.
Oh, I was just kidding. It's the Grande Arena.
Oh. Well, there you go.
The Grande Arena, boys.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh, baby. Oh, what, dude, that was so crazy. That matchup, like, this God Comp pushing in, forcing this Roguelock Druid team defensive. It was like all game. I can't believe Nesper was at like 5% health there for so long. And then his Cloak of Shadows comes back off a cooldown, and he's completely fine against a God Comp. Just absolutely unbelievable, dude. Hashtag Nagrand, boys.
Yeah, hashtag Nagrand, boys.
Ariana Nagrand.
I'm gonna tweet that, man.
I like what Holinka said better. I like Ariana Nagrand. That's great. Okay, so we're going to be starting this game off very, very soon. This is RLD S.Q.U.A.D going up against Ariana Grande, which is a God Comp. Now, this God Comp really needs to focus on trying to set up a kill, trying to get the enemy team in enough CC where they can kill somebody, because there's a lot of defensive cooldowns coming out from an RLD, but RLD has an advantage in late game, so they really want to bring it to a late game. Kidney shot goes on to CMG right away, and Nesper is jumping right into the game with Adrenaline Rush. The Cyclone's trying to come out for Shifty ZX, but he's trying to juke as best he can to get rid of that CS, but CMG's taking quite a bit of damage here, but Shifty ZX is always just so good at keeping his Shadow Priest offensive. This is the deep freeze on the Pink Ranger. Pugman's in a Horrify. There's the full poly on the Pink Ranger as well. Killing Spree coming out onto Shifty ZX here, though. He needs to use something. This is Bark Skin. Is it going to be enough? He's in bear form at 40% health here. This is Iron Bark as well. He's just trying to go between bear form and healing himself. And Nesper now at 50% health here because this is Orb coming out. Both teams trying to get offensive. Nesper cloned up at half health. I love that move coming out from Shifty ZX. Just almost from dying. Pink Ranger's now bashed. Wow, Shifty ZX pushing in, getting offensive into a full clone. The Trinket comes out. Nesper also used Cloak. That's Trinket and Cloak already, man.
Yeah, fortunately enough for Rogues, though, is that the Cloak is on a 1-minute cooldown, so it's not that big of a deal, but it is a pretty big deal. Especially one of the things that Ariana Grande could do up against Team S.Q.U.A.D is try to force Cloak without using any cooldowns or without having much CC. But it looks like they're going to get a lot of CC out right now. The disarm is going to go on to Nesper there. The full polymorph coming on to Pink Rangers. He just uses Trinket, so he's not going to be able to get out of that and top his team up. So it looks like Nesper is in a little bit of a scary place here. They are going to follow that up with the polymorph from Tymelia there. Again, the full fear is going to come out of Pink Rangers. Nesper already in a lot of trouble here. Could they possibly get something out onto Pink Rangers there? But it looks like they're going to get a DR clone. But I'm pretty sure Nesper is just going to be able to be safe for now.
Yeah, he used his Healthstone there, so he's not going to have that for later. Something to note. Kidney shot in a Shifty ZX here. He's in the middle of the map, and he gets gripped to his Shadow Priest. I love the communication for this team. He displaces, and he's completely fine now. Nesper, though, is taking some damage, and he's getting cross-CC'd up with this Polymorph. I love Tymelia's cross-CC. He really does just completely control a game. Full clone goes out into Nesper, and it looks like Pugman might be the target for now. They're still looking for the setup. This is Deep Freeze, actually, on the Pugman, and he ports away from it, avoiding all that damage. Full polymorph goes out into Pink Ranger, but it looks like none of the teammates on RLD are taking any damage, and that was a full blind going out onto Shifty ZX, but it looks like all of the God Comp is completely fine too. Both teams just trying to look for a setup. Ooh.
Yeah, and so I did see the Howl come out onto Tymelia there, which is really good. Pugman starting to take a lot of damage here. Are they going to have anything to follow it up onto Pink Rangers? The Silence comes out onto Pink Rangers. The Bash coming out to Pugman as well. He could be in trouble here. He's going to have to use something. He's going to get Cyclone really low, which is really, really good on Ariana Grande's part. The Kidney is going to come onto CMG. It looks like S.Q.U.A.D is looking to get aggressive here onto Team Ariana Grande and bring some of the pressure off of S.Q.U.A.D onto Ariana Grande, but Pugman is still sitting pretty low here. Yeah. But it looks like Pink Rangers is going to be able to top back up. The NS is going to come out, and Pink Rangers is going to be at a healthy state here. Tymelia just still trying to get some polymorphs out. It looks like they're going to get a full poly into Nesper, but Pink Rangers is going to be able to dispel it. Again, like I said, polymorph just beats dispel. Once you get a dispel out and the mage is able to get another polymorph out, it is a DR poly, but it's still another, like, what, 6 seconds of CC around there, because you get the double DR and then you get the triple DR, but Anyways, along with the commentating, the Dark Soul is actually going to come off of Pugman there. Might have to pop another one soon here, but it looks like they're just trying to utilize some of the setup, some of the CC to get a nice setup here.
Yeah, CMG's just constantly taking some damage from Nesper, really just controlling him. There's a Horrifying, the Pugman, and the Orb, and a Bash. This is a full polymorph for Pink Rangers into a Deep Freeze. Are they going to force Pugman to use anything? He's just going to port away, get into a better position. The Trinket coming out for Pink Rangers as Nesper's being cross-CC'd in a full polymorph. Whenever they go for these kills, man, they just cross-CC so well. This is a ring on the Pink Rangers, though, and a polymorph on the Nesper. Tymillia just controlling the whole game, but Pugman, they don't have any damage to set up on the Pugman just yet, but that was the Ironbark going out onto CMG and really preventing as much damage as possible. But I mean, as this game progresses, the advantage gets closer and closer to Nesper's team. RLD has the advantage in a later game. This is the Horrifying to Pugman. He trinkets it very quickly and silences. Double Howl going out on both the DPS, really preventing all this pressure. Pugman looks like he's going to be completely okay due to that Double Howl. Wow, I really like that trinket, man. He trinketed CS and Double Howl the DPS when they wanted to go for that setup. Nice move by Pugman. He ports away right when his healer gets into CC as well. He's just really preventing the damage as much as he possibly can and forcing this God Comp to play in late game where they have their advantage.
Yeah, definitely. And so really good. Just waiting for that setup, and I think Pink Brain just doesn't have his trinket up for another 55 seconds here. So hopefully they're going to be able to get a setup and be able to set up a kill right here quickly before the trinket comes back up. I think it would be really important there. But Shifty is going to be put into that full kidney there, and it looks like Shifty is actually going to get grip there, which is a really good grip coming from CMG. The grow coming down to CMG, and it looks like Shifty's is still going to be the target there. Shifty is sitting at 70%. Tymillia trying to get some of the polymorphs out, and polymorph is going to land on Nesper, but it is going to be triple DR there, and it looks like their Team Squad isn't going to have enough damage to be able to bring down a target yet. So Tymillia is still trying to get that ring, going to be able to actually get that full ring on a Pink Rangers. Disarm coming out to Pugman into a full bash here. Are they going to be able to follow something up on a Pink Rangers? I think they have a silence, but they are going to get a DR polymorph there, and still doing quite a bit of damage onto Pugman there. And it looks like Shifties is running away, taking a little bit of damage as well, but he is going to sit in bear form, which is going to kind of scare Nesper a little bit and make Nesper run away, because when you are in bear form, you do get that extra armor.
Yeah, and you can also dispel in bear form until 6.1. This is the Devouring Plague, or I'm sorry, not the Devouring Plague, the Ironbark going out into Pugman. He's at 50% health here. There's the Deep Freeze on the Pink Rangers. He's inhuman. Can they follow it up with anything else? Nature Swiftness comes out, and Pugman is completely fine, but CMG is forced defensive by Nesper. Nesper just doing a great job just sticking on the Shadow Priest, and you can already see we're in 7% dampening, and this God Comp is starting to rot. When you're looking at an RLD, you're looking at that consistent pressure and awesome control. Shifty just doing as best he can to keep his team offensive, but at the same time, it's very hard. I mean, we got Demon Soul dots rolling out of Pugman. Demon Soul is a huge cooldown for a Warlock to get those offensive pressure going. This is Killing Spree on a CMG. He's at 26% health here, and Disperse is forced as Shifty gets put into a full fear. Now to disperse into a full kidney shot out of that. CMG still low, and Shifty is in a full stun. They're not connecting on to CMG just yet, and it looks like the hots are going to start rolling. Swiftman comes out. CMG is going to be fine for now, but now we're at 11% dampening. Oh, the double fear goes out into Pink Rangers and to Nesper. Pink Rangers trinkets it, gets the Ironbark onto Pugman, but gets silenced. He's in bear form into a Deep Freeze. The ring's coming out, but nope, it actually gets in. Oh, he gets the half ring onto Pink Rangers, but Pugman just doing a great job just getting out of line of sight of this God Comp. Shifty now is in a full stun, but it's going to fall off. He's got Bark Skin up. He's going to be okay for now, but man, the dampening's just starting to stack up against him.
Yeah, we are now 13% of the dampening. The NS is going to come out to Shifty. Tymillia is starting to take a little bit of damage from these lock dots here, but Shifty also at the same time is doing a really good job in dispelling some of those dots, so it's really good. The Dark Soul is gonna fade from Pugman there. And it looks like, you know, Pugman and Team Squad is doing a really good job, and they have them where they want to be. I know Nesper said that they try to get a kill as soon as possible, so they don't really have to wait deeper into dampening. But once they get this deep into dampening, it's really scary. The Killing Spree is going to come out onto Shifty X into a full bash. This could possibly be it for Shifty X here, 2%. And the grip is going to come out, but it's not going to be enough, man. And that is going to be another win going to Team Squad.
Yeah, this team really's got to figure out a way to set up a kill before it gets to dampener. I want them to choose a map that's not as big. I feel like this map, even though it feels very balanced, I think that they need to choose a map that's smaller. Someplace that they have to force Pink Rangers to be a bit more vulnerable.
Yeah.
We'll see what's going to happen, man. Man, this is a best of 5, guys. So Nesper currently is 2-0 up against, I'm sorry, Team Squad is 2-0 up against Ariana Grande. And so I want to see what's going to happen next.
I'm so used to reading RL Dream Team with that team, but you know, for the past 2 tournaments, they've been known as RL Dream Team, but they decided to change their name to S.Q.U.A.D here, so.
Yeah, it is just S.Q.U.A.D. Not Team S.Q.U.A.D, but just S.Q.U.A.D.
So it is going to be a 2-0.
They want Grande again. They're going to go on to
Grande again. Wow,
again.
I think the Grande hype is real, man.
They're actually gonna choose something else, I think.
Oh, okay.
That's good.
Well.
No, I'm just kidding. It's Grande again.
Oh.
So this is once again Grande, guys. I don't know what they need to change. They need to change something up, obviously, to be able to take a win off of Nesper's S.Q.U.A.D. I'm gonna go ahead and reload, see if I can get these things rolling. All right, so I mean,
one thing that works for me, dude, is when you get into the arena, you could just / reload
right away.
Yeah, just
I think I'm gonna start doing that. Yeah,
it works for me when I do it. So
I'm gonna do that. So I mean, on this particular map, I feel like the RLD does a really good job just like staying back, staying out of line of sight of this God comp whenever they get in trouble, and they needed a different map, but maybe they have a different strategy. I mean, they went Pugman that whole game last time, and I felt like they got a lot more out of Nesper, but at the same time, you got a minute cooldown on Cloak, and this is just a wizard team, you know? There's no melee damage at all. So I'm going to go ahead and follow CMG out of the gate, and he is going to get opened up on. There's the cheap shot onto CMG. Pugman now looks like he's going to be the kill target once again for Team Ariana Grande. Kidney shot goes out on the CMG, but he looks completely fine at the moment. Both teams just trying to set up. Full blind goes out into Shifty X already, and there's a trinket already, man. That was a very quick trinket. Nesper now in a polymorph into a full cyclone. So even though Shifty X trinketed that, Tamila did a really good job cross-CCing, making sure that they didn't get any momentum on that blind.
Yeah, so Shifty's just trying to get some of the cyclones out to maybe get some early setup here, which would be pretty cool. But the Kidney is already going to come out from Nesper onto Shifty's there, and then he is going to be put into another Garrote, a full Garrote actually. He's already sitting really low. The damage that's coming out is unbelievable, but the NS is going to come out, and it's going to be a really big NS. The Bash is going to be onto Nesper there, while everybody's just kind of CC here. The Dark Soul is going to come out from Pugman there. Nesper is gonna be put, or he's gonna pop the Cloak of Shadows there. He was getting dangerously low. Pink Range is gonna be put into that full fear. He still has his trinket here, so he's not scared as much right now. Another Cyclone going into Pink Ranges, but the NS is gonna come out just in time, and Nesper is gonna be able to be topped off.
That was a trinket NS, man. There's no cloak, there's no trinket, there's no nature slipdances, there's no Iron Bark for a little bit longer, man. Nesper's super vulnerable right now, but do they have the damage to set up on him? This is a smoke bomb on the CMG. He's at 47% health here. Shifty GX is in a full bash, and CMG is going to go ahead and disperse. I think that was the right move there. But man, Nesper is a little bit vulnerable here for 20 more seconds. Can they set up anything on him? It looks like he has 16 seconds left until Cloak, so I feel like on the next setups, Nesper is going to be completely fine. But they get the most amount of momentum on the Rogue. I'm not sure what this God Comp needs to do to pull a win out, but they got to figure out something. They got to change something up, because if they pull this game out into a late game, it's not going to go in their favor once again, like we've seen. So the God Comp right now is just setting up, trying to look for something to set up on, but Cloak's back up for Nesper, so he's not a viable kill target at the moment. Pugman just really spreading his dots as best he possibly can, and I mean, as these dots spread and as the game goes on, you know where the advantage lies. Double Fear goes out into Pugman and in Nesper. Pugman is constantly taking damage though, so he's going to be completely fine here. This is the Adrenaline Rush, and CMG's in a full kidney shot. Shifty's caught in a Fear, but CMG's not taking too much damage quite yet. CMG gets Iron Bark from Shifty ZX at this point, and they're going to stabilize. There's the Horrify and the Pink Ranger, so they're going to look for a kill onto him. Looks like it, as Shifty ZX displaces in, tries to get the bash on the Pink Rangers. He lands it. Lots of damage coming out onto Pink Rangers, but he's got his Bear Form, he's got his Bark Skin, and he uses the Health Stone. He line of sights, and he's completely fine right now.
Yeah, so once again, they're just kind of hanging around, waiting to get the setup that they need from Team Ariana Grande. Pugman just trying to get out as many dots as possible. It looks like he has dots rolling on everybody here. Shifty is going to have to dispel some of those dots off, and it looks like he is going to dispel that, but he is going to be put into a full kidney out of that dispel, and so it could be a little bit scary there, but he is going to be able to be topped back off, and not so much damage coming out from Team S.Q.U.A.D here. Tamilia trying to get the polymorphs out, but he is going to try to fake Nesper in some of his interrupts, or even an interrupt coming from Pugman there. But It looks like Tymelia might be the target here, and it looks like Nesper is going to swap off to somebody else, but he is going to be put into that full disarm there from CMG, so it's going to be really good. And it looks like they're going to try to get the setup that they need. Pink Rangers is going to be put into that full ring there, but the trinket is going to come out, and they're going to silence that trinket just straight up, and Nesper is going to be sitting pretty low here, but the excuse me, but it's not going to be enough damage coming out onto Nesper. The Cyclone is going to go onto Nesper. Hopefully they're going to be able to utilize that to get another setup onto Pink Rangers and maybe CC him here, just trying to swap out the CC as God Comp, because that's one of the best things you can do as God Comp. But the Polymorph is going to be onto Pink Pugman there, but it is going to be dispelled. It doesn't look like they're going to be able to get a follow-up Polymorph, but the killing spree is going to come out on the Nesper here. Kind of a anticlimactic killing spree there, because not much damage went out, but it was worth a shot.
It was worth a shot, right? This is the orb. It's coming out. Looks like it's going to be on the Nesper. Nesper here, taking too much damage. Pink Rangers now is in it deep. They're trying to follow it up with the ring. Are they going to land it? Looks like Pink Rangers avoids that. Nesper now in a bash. They're trying to set up damage on him. But, I mean, Nesper, or Pugman's doing a great job peeling these guys. They're peeling them, making sure they get those howls up, making sure they get those fears up. Shifty ZX now is caught out in the open in a kidney shot in human form. He jumps into bear form, and he gets the hots up. He's trying. He displaces away. Gets out of line of sight. He's going to be okay for now. Nesper's still taking quite a bit of damage, but he always has this cloak available to him. It's only a minute cooldown, so he's at 48% health here. The silence goes out in the Pink Ranger, the poly on the Pugman. Pugman actually trinkets that to try to keep Nesper up, but Nesper does use his Cloak of Shadows. They have an opener to kill Nesper now. He's at 65% health here, and he has no cloak, but Pink Ranger still has a DR on a lot of the CC trees, you know? So Nesper now, looks like they're trying to set up a kill on Nesper. Yeah, so far, Nesper vanishes, so he's going to be okay now, and Tymelia now is starting to take some damage. This is the full kidney shot on the CMG. CMG looks like he could be in some trouble, but this is the Ironbark coming out for Shifty ZX. The double fear onto Nesper and the Pugman. Deep freeze onto Pink Ranger into a full polymorph. Nesper is now horrified into a bash. He trinkets that, goes into some mage stuns. He's got Devouring Plague up. He's got so much damage rolling on him, and Pink Rangers is just getting CC'd and followed up. Pink Rangers now is trying to get away, trying to get Nesper's line of sight. They end up finding each other behind the pillar, and Nesper's going to be completely fine right now, but we're in 5% dampening, and this is a best of 5. S.Q.U.A.D now 2 wins ahead of Ariana Grande. If S.Q.U.A.D wins another game, Ariana Grande will be knocked out and S.Q.U.A.D will go to the finals.
Yeah, and so one thing I noticed about Ariana Grande is their positioning. I mean, for the most part, they have really good positioning, but for some reason, it seems like when they get a really, really good CC chain going and they get a lot of damage onto one of the targets, Pugman is always right there next to them to get a really nice howl to prevent a lot of that damage to come out. So really, really good onto Pugman, and it looks like Nesper is actually, I think both Nesper and Pugman are going to be playing with both health trinkets, and the double fury is going to come out. The deep sheep onto Pink Rangers. Their Nesper is going to be put in that full bash. He does not have trinket, but Pink Rangers does have trinket there, dipping really, really low here. 8%. He cloaked at 8%, and that cloak right there is going to save him enough time, but the full Cyclone is going to come out of the Pink Rangers. He already trinketed, and he's going to be trinketed into that full clone, keep in mind. So Nesper is still sitting pretty low, trying to LOS, trying to get away. The death is going to come out from CMG, but it doesn't look like it's going to be enough. The NS is going to come out from Pink Rangers into a DR polymorph. Nesper, I don't think is going to be going down anytime soon, but the full clone, the offensive clone is going to come out onto Nesper there, trying to stop some of the heals coming out from Pink Rangers, but it looks like he's going to come out of that clone. And are they going to have something to follow it up on the Pink Rangers? Again, the double howl, like I said, Pugman is just getting really good howls onto the team whenever they have a really nice setup. The double fear is going to come out onto Pink Rangers and Pugman. It's going to be a little bit DR on Pugman, but that's going to be okay as long as they get the full fear onto Pink Rangers. The full poly is going to come out of Pink Rangers, and Nesper doesn't have cloak right now. It's up in 10 seconds. Nesper is sitting pretty low. He is going to bomb defensively there. The evasion is going to come out. Pink Ranger is going to be put up into another polymorph. The silence is going to come out of Pink Ranger. He has nothing for Nesper here, but Nesper, it looks like he's not going to be able to go down, just spamming feint as much as possible. The deep is going to come out of Pink Rangers. Are they going to be able to follow anything up? Shifty's getting a full Cyclone onto him, but Nesper has Cloak of Shadows up again. Are they going to be able to get a polymorph out onto Pink Rangers? And it looks like they're going to get another Cyclone onto him, but Nesper is just being a live lord right now.
Yeah, he's just line of sighting all day, man. He's trying to stabilize. They're at 17% dampening. Pink Rangers comes out of that polymorph, and the fear goes out into Pugman and on the Nesper. Nesper now is in a bad spot. This is killing spree on the Shifty X. He's in a kidney shot. He's at 70% health here. He uses Bark Skin, but is it going to be enough? It's 18% dampening. It is so hard for him to try to heal through this. He gets away. He displaces. Nesper now is in a full Horrify. He's at 65% health here. Deep freeze on the Pink Ranger in human form. It can be followed up. Nesper just trying to line of sight this God. Full poly goes out onto Pink Pink Rangers. Nesper's in some trouble. He has 17 seconds until his cloak comes back up, and he is looking. He's trying to line of sight as best he can. Pink Rangers gets into his line of sight and then gets silenced instantly. This is Orb onto Nesper. He's at 20% healthier, 60% healthier. He's taking so much damage. Nature Swiftness only brings him to 40% health, and oh my gosh, Nesper's in so much trouble here. He's still sitting in this orb, taking so much damage. Pugman doing a great job cross-seasing. The double fear goes out onto both these guys. Cloak comes back up again as he's at 17% health here. The Cyclone goes out into Pink Rangers, but everything's starting to DR now on the Pink Ranger. He trinkets the full polymorph, and Nesper now is still okay. He's just line of sighting, vanishing, and making sure his team is going to bring it as long as possible. We're at 24% dampening at this point, and Ariana Grande is struggling and fighting to stay in this tournament.
Yeah, a lot of damage coming out from CMG here. Pugman is going to get cycloned up there. CMG is still taking a little bit of damage coming out from Nesper, but it looks like Shifties is going to be able to peel. Full blind goes on to Shifties. This could be trouble for CMG here. Shifties does not have his trinket as he just used it, but he just used it on that blind, excuse me. Pink Rangers is going to be put into that polymorph, and hopefully they can get it set up. Really DR a howl coming out of Pugman, but still pretty good. It looks like Shifty's going to be put into that full kidney, and it looks like I don't know if Shifty's going to be the target here. I mean, CMG is taking quite a bit of damage, so Shifty, they're going to be able to get the silence on the Pink Rangers. Looks like they're going to try to set up on Nesper. This could be it right here. He has Cloak and Shadows in 2 seconds, but I don't think they're going to be able to get the kill soon enough, and the deep goes out onto Pink Rangers. Are they going to be able to follow it up with a Poly or a Cyclone? It looks like they're probably going to get a Cyclone onto Nesper, though, and the trinket is going to come out on Nesper, not wanting to deny the heals coming from Pink Rangers, but Nesper is going to be put into a Cyclone again. Full polymorph onto Pink Rangers. The howl did come out into Pugman, but it's going to be super DR. Garo is coming on to CMG there, trying to be offensive here at Nesper, and it looks like their Team S.Q.U.A.D is doing a good job with the dots onto Ariana Grande, and it looks like Ariana Grande might have to peel back to get to be able to get their health top back up and be in a safe position. But the DR excuse me, the Cyclone is going to come out onto Pugman there. Nesper still sitting pretty low. The silence on the Pink Rangers. He doesn't have Trinket, but the Cloak of Shadows is up again as it is on a 1-minute cooldown. Deep is going on to Pink Rangers. Are they going to be able to get anything to follow it up? It looks like the ring is going to come out. Nesper is going to be able to get the Cloak of Shadows up, but he's still sitting pretty low. He is going to have to use the Shadow Step to get out of there, but the kidney is going to come out. The Disperse is coming out from CMG as he noticed the bomb coming out, but Pink Rangers is trying to do the best to heal Nesper out. The Killing Spree is going to come out, but I don't know, man. Somebody could possibly die here from the lockdowns. Nesper taking a lot of damage, sitting at 28%, spamming Feint as much as possible. Pink Rangers is going to get the NS off, but they're both going to get rooted into a deep. Are they going to get something to follow it up? It doesn't look like they're going to be able to. The fear coming out of Pugman here. Nesper still sitting pretty low, sitting at 30%. Are they going to be able to get a setup to get a kill? Polymorph's trying to come out of Thymilia. The silence is going to come out of Pink Rangers. Nesper could possibly go down here. The Cyclone coming out of Pugman to stop some of the peels coming from him. Nesper still sitting pretty low, but it looks like he is going to be able to get some health, and Pink Rangers is going to be able to top him back up. Man, I really want to see a good setup coming from out of Ariana Grande, but they are at 38% dampening, so S.Q.U.A.D is in a pretty good position here. They're all topped off, and they have dots rolling on everybody.
Shifty ZX is playing so good, man. We're at 39% dampening, and it looks like he's healing like a regular game. Both of his teammates are hovering fairly low from these lock dots, but we're at 40% freaking dampening against an RLD. There's the polymorph going out into Pugman. Nesper's in a little bit of trouble here. He's out in the middle of the map, but he's controlling CMG. He's getting shots off on him. And I mean, as the game goes on, this is getting so hard for CMG, Shifty ZX, and Tymilla, but they're doing so good. Cross CC's going out all the time. Pink Ranger's now in a Horrify. There's the Bark Skin. Are they going to set up some damage on him? Bash comes out on top of it. He's bark skinning, but it isn't going to be enough. We're at 42% dampening. This is Orb. He's in bear form. He's getting CC'd as much as possible. He gets silenced. He shadow melts. He's at 70% health here. He displaces away. He's trying to line of sight. It looks like he's going to be okay. He's so low still, but the RLD is just peeling the entire team. CMG's at 10% health here. He could just go down at any minute. Nesper ends up finishing the kill on the CMG, but are you kidding me? He was at